Good afternoon, all. Good afternoon, all. Protocols. How are you, children? Have you been enjoying your day? Yes. Are you tired? Am I right? Yes. Am I right? Yes. Don't worry, I won't take too much of your time. The task before me today is to give the export aspect of the elementary overview of Afcfta and Blue Economy. My colleague from NIWA has said a lot on this, so he has made my job to be even much more easier. NEPC, like you all know, is a federal government agency in charge of non-oil exports. What we do in the council is to facilitate non-oil exports. How do I mean? No formal export can leave the shores of this country without having a certificate of the council. In line of that, our vision is to make the world a marketplace for Nigerian non-oil products. We all know NEPC, am I right? That is the facility that you are all seated right now. Do you know NNPC? Who knows what's the full meaning of NNPC? I don't want cross answer. Who knows NNPC? We don't know. Say it again. Please a round of applause for us. I want to bring it to your notice today that NNPC and NEPC were giving birth to on the same day. And when they gave birth to both agencies, it was that NNPC should be in charge of oil and NEPC should be in charge of non-oil. We are just twins. NNPC oil, NEPC non-oil. And our mission is to spearhead the diversification of Nigeria's economy by expanding and increasing non-oil exports for sustainable and inclusive economic growth. What we intend doing in the council, what we do in the council, is to make sure that non-oil products goes around the world. That is our mission. That is the mission of the council. What are our services? To promote and develop the diversification of Nigeria's trade, assist in promoting the development of export-related industries in Nigeria, spearhead the creation of appropriate export incentives. Now, let me shock you. For every export, formal export that you do successfully, and you do your repatriation of export proceeds back to the country through the CBN, you're entitled to what is called EEG, that's export incentive. EEG is called Export Expansion Grant. It's just a grant that is given by the federal government to do what? To help the exporters in doing their export business. Four, to actively accommodate and promote the implementation of export policies and programs of the Nigerian government. I want to ask you all, when I was in GS1, I did a course called Business Studies. GS1 definition, what is business? You're all students now, what is business? GS1 definition. I don't want cross answer. Did you hear what she said? Any other definition? She tried. But that's not my own GS1 definition of business. When I was in GS1, I was meant to understand that business is anything you engage in order to make profits. When I want to go into export, it's a business. And when I export, I'm exporting because of the fact that I want to make profits. Anything outside profit-oriented, it is not a business. Do you want to go into a business in order to fail? Yes or no? So you are going into a business in order to do what? To make profits. And if you are going into export business, export is a business. I tell people export is a business, export is a school. Export is an institution. It's either you get it right or you don't get it right. And when you go into export, you're going into export in order for you to do to make profits. You all know about this. My colleague from you has talked about it. Afcfta. What is it? I'm going into business. I want to do cross-border trade. But when I get to the borders, there are so many tariffs, duties that are hindering me from making profits. Will I be able to make much profit at the end of the day? When I get to the border and I'm paying, at the end of the day, on whose neck does the sum total of everything goes on? The customers. Because by the time I go into business and I want to sell this for X naira, and I get to the border and I'm being told to pay XY naira, by the time I want to the consumers, the customers, I want to sell it to the customers, will I not add all my money that I've paid at the border? Yes or no? Yes. That is why Afcfta is there. The African Union deemed it fit. The 55 countries of the African Union deemed it fit that no, we cannot continue cross-border trade like this. All these tariffs, all these duties, they are doing what? They are slowing us down. What can we do? What can we do that will ease the pain of paying all these tariffs from our exporters? And they came up with Afcfta. Removal, reduction of tariffs at the border. Very simple. Seamless. By the time you do this, you will make more gain. You will make more gain as an exporter. And your business will go seamless. He has talked about this. He has talked about this. What is blue economy? When I look around the faces of the students that I see here, I don't think I saw, it's only some of the teachers at the back that I think I saw last year. The students I saw last year, I can't see them here. So I believe this is a new set of students. What is blue economy? Blue economy, blue economy, blue economy. Blue economy are the benefits of what is in the sea. It's the benefits. I go to the sea, I go to the ocean, I go to the stream, I go to the rivers. But I don't know that there are benefits in that ocean. This is blue economy. It is what you can get and you will make profit on, but everything is embedded in water. Blue economy. Let's talk about this. I believe we are listening. I know we are tired. That's why I'm trying to make it interactive. He has talked about the resources. Now wait, go back. Maritime export transportation from 2017 to 2019 to Nigeria. Can you see that from 2017? Can you see that? And at 2017, 3,896,925.37. 2018, there was an increase. 8,571,920.33. A slight reduction in 2019. That's 8,559,231.69. We all know what happened in 2020. The year of COVID-19. So that's why we could not get that in 2020. See benefits. Benefits embedded in the sea. Good. Why Nigeria needs to optimize, let's talk about this. We all know these 7. Okay, coastal fisheries, tourism, maritime transport. Good. Go back. Elementary value of Afcfta and blue economy. Blue economy, Afcfta is a market. We are making a market of the borders, bringing it together as a single unit, as a body. Since after the single market for goods and services within 55 African Union states, blue economy serves as a means of transportation of the goods and services within the African Union member states. On water, with its own tariffs, on the goods, those making the business more profitable for the players. I shock you. Do you know that Afcfta and blue economy comes together with transportation on water? Afcfta and blue economy comes together together with transportation on water. I tell you, there is no way you can do Afcfta successfully without you going on water. And that's why I tell people that blue economy, one of the benefits of blue economy is water transportation. How can I go from one border to another on sea using Afcfta without blue economy? I need it. It unites both together. It unites both. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Am I making sense?
Yes.
It unites both together. There's no way you can do without it. Afcfta and blue economy is united sea transport. Okay. I have been talking and talking. I tell people I represent the council, NEPC, Nigerian Export Promotion Council. And whenever I talk export. And when I talk export because of the fact that I know export. I am still learning export. The significance of NEPC in the promotion of blue economy and Afcfta. NEPC's mandate is to facilitate non-oil exports and increase the GDP of the nation. And since Afcfta is a movement of goods and services from different borders within the African Union terrain, the exporter must get an export permit from NEPC. I shock you. For you to be successful in your Afcfta dreams, that is, for you to be a partaker of Afcfta, you have to be an exporter. And for you to be an exporter in Nigeria, I'm not talking about other countries. We have 55 member states in the African Union. But for Nigeria, for you to be a successful exporter, you have to get an export permit. Is that export permit? You can't go to the border. You cannot go to the border and you will cross your goods from Nigeria to another border, either by sea, by air, whatsoever, formally, without you having an export certificate. That is where NEPC comes in. After blue economy, sea transportation cannot be successful without you getting an export certificate from the council. You need it for you to be successful. So that at all points, you can always make way. Yes, Nigeria signed the Afcfta agreement on the 7th of July, ratified in November 2020. Thus making it the 34th country to ratify the Afcfta. How do you obtain NEPC certificates? You must have a limited liability company. You just must have. Some people say they have business name XYZ. No. The council does not recognize any other thing aside a limited liability company. Because in the death of one of the directors of the company still goes on. We have other directors. You must register online via www.nepc.gov.ng. In your registration process, when you go through the step-by-step registration, you will get to a point where you will generate a remittal code. A remittal code for any company is different from the remittal code of the next company. No remittal code is the same for two companies. That remittal code you generate while registering is taken to any commercial bank where you will pay the sum total of 13.5 thereabouts. And when you pay it, initially before now, in 48 hours, once you pay it, you'll get an instant notification. And in 48 hours, you can drive it to the council, Apapa, this facility, and you get your export license. But in amalgamity, the council has seen that they should make it the ease of doing business. Now, when you generate your remittal and you make your payment, it is optional. In your home, at where you stay, where you're domiciled, you can print any NEPC certificate. That is what the council is doing now. In conclusion, it is evident that the Afcfta and the blue economy have water transportation in common. And as such, more limelight should be thrown on it, so as to foster more export trading through the treaty. At this junction, I still remain myself, and I drop my mic.